Well, today I'm going to install some new mirrors on my Yamaha Rhino. Start by opening the garage door out there. Let's go. Wanna go, buds? Let's go. Let's go, buddy. Oop. That didn't sound good. We'll get the Rhino. It's parked at the back. We'll drive it up front there and we'll install the new garage. Is still a mess since moving in there. We'll have to clear this up before winter. So yeah, we're gonna install the Kolpin side mirrors I got from Bass Pro. I actually got a pretty good deal on these. Bass Pro in Toronto. So I'll try installing that. Grab the keys for the Rhino. And let's go. There you go, Browning. Have a good run. I know what'll bring him back, starting this side-by-side up. So grab the side-by-side. Here's the Rhino. Park it in this lean. And we'll get going. Browning. Hey, buds. You want to go for a ride? You want to go for a ride? Okay, let's go. Hey, buddy. Want to go for a ride? So here it is, the Kolpin Universal UTV side mirrors. Let's see what we got in here. They're actually pretty nice mirrors. Well, relatively nice for what we needed them for. 1, 2. Got some hardware boxes. Instructions. It's not like we need instructions. We'll figure it out. So, let's see what we got here. Mounting brackets to wrap around the tubes. Sort of metal hardware. Oh, it's got different size mounting brackets. Is that what it is? Who knows? Let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is actually a really easy installation. There's 2 sets of these small brackets. So obviously if you have a different sized bar, I think this might be a 2-inch radius on this bar, on this Rhino, you put this big one on. If you had a smaller, thinner bar, maybe you put the little one on. It's got a rubber insert as well. So yeah, it's really easy. I have a feeling these brackets are some proprietary bracket, maybe like a Polaris or a different type of metal. You would use these ones, they'd clamp in. I think Polaris or something like that uses that style. But essentially, yeah, you'll just mount this in here like this. And then it's done. I guess you'll kind of rotate it to the angle you need and make it work. And the hardware is really easy. You need an Allen key and a wrench or a socket set. So Canadian Tire to the rescue. Use this Stanley socket set. I bought at Canadian Tire. And we're good to go. Socket set. We'll figure it out. So from the looks of it here, it's actually a metric nut, 10 millimeters, and I use the number 4 Allen key. Would that be 4 millimeter? And it works perfectly. So I'll get that installed and we'll see what they look like. We'll make some adjustments. Just about to start the installation. Actually, look, these nuts actually have little locks in them here, so you probably don't even actually need your socket unless you really wanted to tighten it up, but put your nuts in there. I'm putting the nuts on the front side, so that way the bolt, when you stick it through, won't be in an area that'll catch if you're getting in and out. Instead, it will be on the front sticking out, and it's not likely you're going to catch yourself on the front. So we'll see how that looks in a bit, then I'll do some adjustments. So, slight update, I actually made a mistake. I actually needed the thinner brackets. I guess this bar is a little bit thinner than the other types. So yeah, when I put the big bracket on, it was too loose. So I downsized to the smaller bracket, and it seems like it's going to fit perfectly. So we'll see how that works. So if you need a Rhino, it's the small brackets. Okay, so the mirrors are both installed now. They look pretty good. They have to be adjusted though. You can't really see anything while sitting in there. Eh, Browning? Can you see anything while sitting in there? Yeah, see yourself. So take a look in here and see what it looks like sitting in here. So obviously, yeah, that one's going to be tilted in. This one's not bad, just tilted up and maybe in slightly. Right now I'm getting a good look at the ground, but pretty easy installation. We'll see how they last in the bush. So to make the adjustment from the looks of it, you go up. Can you see that? Block that sun out. So obviously you unloosen the one bolt there and you can tilt it. You loosen that bolt there and you can turn it in. So we'll see what we can do. It's going to be a little bit of trial and error. Need a wrench on that one and a socket on that one. Let's see. Okay, so slight update on making these adjustments. This one here you don't actually have to adjust. The mirror moves fairly good, and it's probably good that it moves easily so that if you did hit a tree, it's just gonna get knocked back like that. This other one here, to adjust this back and forth, you actually have to loosen it up quite a bit because there's kind of like teeth that are on this plastic, and you got to kind of pull it out, turn it, and push it back in to get it to work. And just so you know, so the size of the bar on your Rhino is the, I don't know if you can see that, 1.75, so that must be 1 3/4 inch. This side here was a little tighter for me. I don't know if the metal has slightly swelled with rust over the years or whatnot, but the 2 inch was too big. The 1 3/4 worked pretty good. Hey, big guy, Ronnie, what do you think? Hey? So here, I've loosened it up enough here now. You can kind of see how you got to kind of pull it out and tush and put it back in. It's got different kind of indents on each piece. Get it to where you want it. Fairly perpendicular. And then you just tighten it back up. Slowly but surely. So it's a 10 millimeter nut up here. Metric. Ready for a ride, Browning? Yeah. I bet you are. So here, I've got them installed at pretty much what I consider the right position. You can get a pretty good idea. You see good enough to the back and far enough to the back on the top one. And it's set pretty well perpendicular. Now this one here, looking at it, sitting here, and I'm a big guy, you don't actually see it that well. So what I'm gonna do is take the Allen key and adjust those, loosen it up, twist the entire thing in a little more so you can see better. I might have to change the angle on that, but you know, I'm 6'4", and looking here, you're actually missing a lot of your mirror, and really the mirror is for the driver, not the passenger. So I'll try that out and see what it looks like. And I mean, ultimately I'll get this all done and set up for me, but for what it's worth, this is Sammy's Rhino. Really, she's the one that drives it the most. I drive my Can-Am, and she'll be the one that needs to set the mirrors up for herself. What the heck? Friggin' caterpillar. Okay, so I've made the adjustment there now. Browning sitting in the passenger seat with me. You can see I tilted the Allen keys just a little bit more. So now I got a better view. Watch out, buddy. I've got to reset the pin because right now I'm kind of looking at nothing. But I think that's the proper angle for the passenger side. So it turned in a little bit on the passenger side. Pretty well flush on the driver's side. I'll make final adjustments when Sammy comes out here, but I think we're pretty much good to go. Want to go for a ride in a bit, buddy? Yeah, let's go. Well, I'd say I have the mirrors pretty well installed until Samantha makes the final adjustments. Came with a little Kolpin sticker, and what the heck, I'll put it there till it falls off. It's kind of free advertising. Looks cool. So take a look. So we got the big boss out here checking them out. Wait, stay in there, Sam. Check the other mirror too. So Winchester and Browning, they like to see. So looking good, Sam?
Yep. I like it.
So the way it works, these move this way. So you can move it to the way you want.
Nice.
So just push it to the way you need it, I guess. And
That's good like that.
and what's handy, I guess, is if you do hit a tree, it's
Yeah, it just pops in. It's
yeah.
no big deal. Or if you want it tight spot, you can just
Yeah,
put
you
it in.
tighten them up exactly.
Yeah, those are nice.
And I think they're gonna work good. I'll get cleaned up here.
Okay.
So one thing, you got a bunch of extra pieces when you're done of brackets and such that don't fit, but instead of throwing them out, you should always keep them. You never know, that bracket might come in handy to mount some kludgy fix to fix something up. I mean, if you take a look at this is my Kolpin gun boot mounts. I kind of mounted them too so the two of us can put both our rifles in and shotguns. And just from different brackets I had got over the years on different things I installed, I was able to make it work on both of them. So the bottom piece here, I had drilled into the box, and the top piece, I just used U-bolts to make it work. There's the old Kolpin sticker. So the install is complete on the Rhino. Let's actually take a look at this Rhino, because I got this about 3 months ago, this Rhino, and did some upgrades to it. So this Rhino was in excellent shape. It's a 2009 Rhino, fuel injected. It was actually a blue Rhino when we got it. I'll show you a photo, but it was in really good shape, and we just wanted to kind of get it ready for hunting. So it was a great YouTube video, but essentially we bought from Home Hardware some of that camouflage paint, and then you use trees and stuff, and you just paint over itself again. Then we plasti dipped it to give it the kind of camo look, which has held up pretty nice. I mean, you scrub it on stuff, it will come off. Another upgrade we did was we bought the Rhino grip for inside the tailgate here, inside the box, and put that in, and that actually turned out really well. It really roughened it up quite a bit. I already talked about the upgrade here for the gun boots. So these gun boots, what's handy about them, they're the Kolpin 6.0 gun boots. So I've got a Can-Am, 2014 Can-Am, and I've got gun boot brackets on that, so I can use the gun boots on my Rhino or my Can-Am, which is quite handy when we're going hunting. And my Can-Am's a max, so I can have 2 gun brackets on it, so when Samantha and I go out hunting, we can go together, or we'll take this to go hunting, go together. Some other upgrades I did to this, I put on, I think this is a Kolpin, yep, a Kolpin windshield that kind of opens up halfway. Got that off of Amazon pretty cheaply. Being here in Canada, we don't have as much access to the accessories you guys do down in the States, so you kind of get what you can take. I got this seismic hood rack from Kimpex, ordered it. It came in and installed really nicely, and it's handy. It just gives you a little more storage space while you're driving around. These Rhinos have a lot of storage space, but that just gives you a little bit extra and makes it more useful. It's pretty easy to still get at your hood. You just unscrew this and it lifts right off, tilts down to the ground. That works. Another thing I actually upgraded on it is the winch on this was dead, so I bought some winch brackets from Amazon, I believe, and a receiver hitch that also works with it. So I've got the front receiver. I put this little D-ring on it. Tow yourself out or get towed out. You can put a hitch on the front too. And then I just bought this little cheap, I think I got that for 150 bucks or less at Canadian Tire, which is a hardware store here in Canada. It's just some Chinese winch, but it works. It's a 3,500 pound winch. And I installed that to get it working. What was handy is when I installed it, it came with one of those cords that I just ran up through. So there's the winch, you just up, down. I'll leave it loose in there like that. That way you can be standing outside and let it run, or inside in the driver's seat, and you can winch yourself around. Any other upgrades? We put some of that Rhino paint here on the centerpiece. Tires are stock tires, stock rims. Painted the rims black, not a big deal. And right here, I'll show you this. This is a little bracket here that you can put some of that junk. You can actually put a little seat in the back that came with it. It kind of looks like a hunting seat. It's actually pretty neat, so I'll go get that, install that, take a look at that. So here's a little 2-up seat in the back. So you see it just kind of installs in this little bracket. Put the cotter pins through, or whatever you want to call them, and sits there. That way you could take someone, probably illegally, take 4 people riding around, put the tailgate up, kind of sit in there, and at least you could transport someone to the back of the property or something like that if you're doing a hunt. It comes in and out easily. I made it so it can work with my brackets here, with the gun still sitting in, but that's pretty handy to use. So one of the other little upgrades I did was I put these Kolpin Rhino grips on the front. They're actually pretty handy. You can put a gun in there if you want, or you can put some tools in there while you're driving around. They work pretty good. They do work pretty good. Let's go take a ride. Get this dog all worn out. Throw the chainsaw in the back. There's actually a tree that's down back here that I want to go cut down to open the trail up a little bit more. Well, let's go for a ride at the back of the property, see what it looks like. If you guys want to see, we'll take this Rhino for a ride now with the new mirrors. actually want to cut, because that is gonna hit someone one day and that will not be very pretty. So let's see what we can do here. Should probably have glasses, but I brought my hearing protection. Let's see what we can do. Let's go, buds. Here's the end of the property. The back of my 200. I think at one point this gate was for the snowmobile trail, so obviously you keep it closed in the summer, it would open it up in the winter. I don't think the snowmobile trail runs through here anymore. The official snowmobile trail anyway. So there's a bunch of locks here. Leave them on there for now, I don't really care. One day I'll open that up and see where it takes me. Or it'll just drive around it. Go back, we'll try another route. Take care of these another day. Maybe when I got help. Oop. Pull the mirrors in. I don't want to break them off on the first run. Go, buds. Go to the pond. Lefty Lou here. Go to the pond. What time is it? 10:30. I gotta get back first. Skip the pond today. It's actually my anniversary today, and I gotta get back. What was that? Perfect, eh, buds? Let's get the heck out of here and go for lunch. Not a bad morning of work. Get my chains on. Get my chains on. And get the old GoPro. One thing about these GoPros, they really don't last that long on battery. So we'll head back to the house. Hey Browning, you have a good run? You have a good run? Hose you off, put you in the kennel, and we'll go for lunch into town. Another job done. Well, Brownie, you want a little hose off? These springers can keep going forever. 1, I think he wants water. 2, I think he wants to fight the water. 3, I think he wants to play in the water. He is quite dirty, so we'll put him in his kennel, put him to bed, and go for lunch.